Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Phantom.Strategies. So let's cover Bitcoin in this video. I will also cover Litecoin and let you know what are some of the key support levels, what are some of the resistance level going up. We might see some kind of a turnaround over the weekend. A lot of these coins are oversold, so I won't be surprised if we see oversold bounce in next 24 to 48 hours. All right, it's about 11:50 a.m. here in US Eastern time. Stock market is closed today due to Good Friday. It will open up again on Monday. The crypto market doesn't get affected by the public holidays. It will trade 24/7. All right, so before we get into the technical analysis, if you're new to the channel, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit those notification and those bell icons so you get this content right away on YouTube. And if you think these videos are helping you with your trading, with your investing in crypto market, then please do give me thumbs up. That really do mean a lot. All right, and if you have any other coins that you want me to cover, do post it in the comment. I usually I'm pretty good about replying to those comments and covering the coins that are posted in the comment. So if you have any coins that you want me to take a look at it, and then do post it in the comment. All right, so Bitcoin right now is trading at 6,724. We are in a downtrend. All right, that's given. We have been sitting in this downtrend for past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Past 7 days we have been sitting in this downtrend. A lot of these indicators, relative strength index, are coming to the oversold mark. If they are like Litecoin, for instance, is completely oversold. Ethereum is pretty oversold. Bitcoin is almost there. It's like, it's just waiting. It's just itching to get oversold right now. So maybe one last push and we might become oversold. Maybe a push toward that 6,300 level, and then we will be quite oversold in Bitcoin. I actually cleaned up. I'm hiding all my trend lines, my support and resistance level, to just give you a clean picture right now on what we are looking at. So let's do a quick walkthrough of this chart. All right, so we had this initial bounce that happened back in November, December time frame. We had a massive spike up on the news that Wall Street and a lot of institutional traders will be coming into the market. When we had this massive move up, there was no resistance on resistance level going up. What I mean by that is previously price action for Bitcoin never traded on those higher level, so there was no gauge to see what is the ceiling. So anything that goes up like that, especially making the new highs, it's the trading softwares, the fundamental theories, they cannot predict what is the top. Just like it's very hard to predict the bottom, especially going up. There is no resistance, there is no ceiling, so it's very hard to predict what is top. And people just get into that emotion of missing out and buying into that into that rally, and that's exactly what happened in December, late December. Since then we had a lot of sell-off. I mean, a lot of we try to make that another run toward that 20,000 mark, but the volume wasn't following through. We had the sell-off, then try to make another run, sell-off, try to make another run, and finally we gave up on that, on the 17,000 level. A lot of people were hoping, including myself, that that was has to do with a lot of the Chinese investors or Asian investors who were celebrating the Chinese New Year will be coming into the market after the New Year, because that's how been the pattern for past few years in crypto market. A lot of the sell-off occurs right before the New Year, the Chinese New Year, and then there's the buying take place after that. It's pretty typical. Same thing applies here. People want to take profit during the holidays. They want to make sure they are not all fully invested into the market during the holiday, because they do want to have some money to spend during the holiday season. All right, since then we have been in this technical downtrend. We drastically sold off, came all the way down to 6,000 mark. That was a pretty oversold level. then we had like this, somewhat like move up, you can call it. There was some buying, the buying took place, but it wasn't, the volume wasn't picking up steadily on the upside. What you want to see is like, if you see here, if you see the volume pattern here, the volume was constant and it was picking up on the upside. What we are seeing here on this up move is volume was not picking up on the upside, and that is a worrisome little bit when we had that retracement. We tried to make that run again, did not work. The volume came on the downside, and now we are seeing that downward momentum, because I see a lot of like in crypto market, there is a lot of emphasis on technical trading rather than fundamental trading. I would say the ratio, I'm pretty comfortable saying the ratio is like 65 to 70% on technicals, and then you have 30 to 35% on fundamentals. That's how it's been. And if you look at the forex market, that's pretty relevant to the forex market as well. Forex market is, by the way, it's a currency market where traders trading the US dollar versus whatever the currency they want to trade. It could be the British pound, it could be like dinar, it could be like Chinese yen. So that's the forex market, where you trade the currencies. Just like we have the BTC to USD pair, in the forex market you have the USD to pound or USD to euro, those kind of pairs in the forex market. And forex market is heavily traded on technicals. All right, so that's what we have in the crypto market right now. They are heavily traded on technicals. All right, so what we're seeing right now is like a little bit oversold condition in Bitcoin. Definitely more oversold condition in Litecoin and Ethereum. But I have in next 24 to 48 hours. I think there will be a bounce that we will see in a relief bounce, or like a dead cat bounce, if you will, in crypto or in Bitcoin. All right. So how do you trade that? So first of all, you want to mentally prepare yourself. If you are not mentally prepared yourself, if you're not mentally prepared, then I'm sorry to say that, a lot of like amateur trader will like not survive 2018 market. Either they will blow up their portfolio, or they will just get burned out and they will be like, okay, enough is enough. I don't want to touch this. I don't want to see this. I'm better off doing something else. So how do you trade that? How do you trade this? How do you set yourself up for that? First of all, you need to make a right balance in your portfolio. You cannot trade this kind of market, especially like this kind of bear market that we have been witnessing for almost a couple of months now, without having a proper strategy in your portfolio, proper risk management in your portfolio. Everything comes down, but it depends like what kind of coins you have, what kind of risk level that you're okay taking. Otherwise, what will happen is like, if you are concentrated too much on one coin, then and some negative news comes out in that coin, you will be like, your portfolio take a massive hit, and that coin might not even move for next 6 months, and you will be sitting on that position. So you really have to like analyze like what kind of coins that you should be holding, and what kind of like risk to reward ratio that you should be looking at. And that's something like I try to offer in my portfolio analysis service. I started that a couple of months ago. A lot of people have taken advantage of that. If you still are new to the crypto, and if you think you have a need for that, then shoot me an email. You will see that email address in the description below, so you can send me an email, and we can go from there. All right. Death cross. I talked about death cross yesterday, that 50-day moving average piercing that 20-day moving average on the downside. It hasn't happened yet. I mean, it barely is happening right now. A lot of time what you can see is like there is a minor crossover, and then back again it goes in reversal. That can definitely happen with Bitcoin. I won't be surprised if it does. All right, you have to remember we have a limited supply of Bitcoin. All right, there are only limited supply. There are about 3 to 4 million Bitcoin that are lost in transaction that you won't be able to recover. So that those are lost. All right, those are gone. Now what is remaining is around like 16 or 17 million. I'm not sure about the exact number. Those are the remaining one. All right, there will be some people who are like absolute like holders who will not touch their Bitcoin until they go to their grave. All right, those people like they will not touch their Bitcoin. They're like, you know, they will keep it for 10, 20, 30 years if they have to. So what will happen is, like, you know, you will create, there will be a value this price action will create a value at this kind of levels. We have previously tested this level, and now we are testing this level again. Other thing that I want to show you is like there's a divergence in the MACD. Like if you see that in the MACD, we made a lows when we were testing those 6,000 level, but we are not making the newer lows in the 6,000 level when we are or 6,700 level here. So that's a good divergence in MACD for the bulls. All right. So something to keep an eye on. Let me hide this again so we can see the clear picture. All right. So for the support, 6,300 is the one. 6,400 is the support for intermediate that we wanna be watching. That was one of the previous low that we made back in February, early February. All right. So that's that level. 6,400, 6,300, that will act as a support in Bitcoin. Going up, intermediate is going to be 7,300. That will be the resistance level that we will be that will act as a resistance. So we need to see how well it goes past that resistance level. If it doesn't go past that resistance level when we get the bounce, then we know that we have further room to go down. So that's the indicator that you want to watch. 73. Once we get the bounce in next 24 to 48 hours, and if we cannot go past that 7,300 level, that will, you know, trigger more algorithms that we might be due for more pullback, perhaps to that 5,800 level. All right. So that's the key that that's the indicator that we want to see when we are getting a bounce. How solid is that bounce? All right. So that will obviously give us a lot of indication. What else? So like we are like, obviously, you know, this is a nose dive sell off, and I won't be surprised, to be honest, if we get the nice bounce in next 24 to 48 hours. I will be buying. I will be, if we get a further sell off, I'll be adding my position. All right. Let's look at Litecoin. Litecoin is trading at 116 right now. I told when I made that previous video, I said that I think Litecoin will move up faster than Bitcoin, and I still believe that we have a better room to run in Litecoin toward that 140 level fairly soon. All right, so I will be looking for Litecoin to have a reversal fairly soon and run toward that 140 level, and I will be looking to take some profit at 140 levels. All right. Ethereum, oh my god, this is like this is trading like at the November time frame. If you go back to it, it was like, if you see that November time frame, this is all the way back to November time frame. That's where it's trading right now. So there is a lot of value in Ethereum with this level, this kind of level. It's like massively sold off. I will be buying Ethereum. I haven't started a position in Ethereum. I'm already doing mining in Ethereum and Bitcoin, but I haven't started like a trading position in Ethereum. And I might be, if we get a further one more push down to maybe perhaps to 350, then I might start a small position in Ethereum. I'm already doing the mining in Bitcoin and Ethereum, but if we get something push down, then I might be adding more position on it. All right. It's just been this is this kind of coin that you have to hold for like longer run. just because in shorter term there's some negative fundamental news for Ethereum, with all the ICOs and blocking all the ICOs by the government and all that. So we'll have to wait and see in Ethereum for a little bit longer. So that's pretty much it. Just to recap, Bitcoin is becoming oversold. One last push might come to 6,300 level. I will be buyer at this level, but this is still a good level to buy. I won't be surprised if we get a bounce in next 24 to 48 hours. And we have to see how is the price action and how is the volume when we get that bounce. Is it just oversold bounce, or is it like, does it have any leg to go up further higher? So the key level that we want to see is 7,300. If we can go past that level with a good volume and good upside, then that is a good signal for the bulls that we might have more room to work with on the upside. All right, so that's pretty much it, guys. I will do some altcoins later today, depending on my schedule, but I want to cover a couple of altcoins that I'm looking at, and I will bring them to the channel. All right, so stay positive. The key is to staying positive. Don't get burned out. If you want me to look at your portfolio, send that email out, and I have that email posted, and I will go from there. All right, talk to you soon.